Good morning, everyone. And as you can see, it's 8 a.m. Indochina time. Singapore and Shanghai just opened, and we're getting a big move up, huge move up already. A huge candle already. So as you know, if I am going to take a trade, I would go long, break above the downward trend line. But I wait for that first candle to close. So we've got about another 12 minutes here before that candle will close. So it might be prudent to just look and see what happened yesterday. Just a bit of a review. I'll wait a couple of minutes here before I start the review. So if we can get a few people coming in watching. Finish off my cup of tea, my first cup of tea this morning. I did get up 1 hour ago, which is my preferred waking time, so that I'm not groggy and fuzzy brained when the market opens like I was yesterday. Okay, finished off that first cup of tea. Still don't have anybody joining in yet. Yeah, getting a pretty good indication that the market is going to be bullish. Tokyo market, this big candle here started 1 hour and 5 minutes ago, and they started pushing it up for 30 minutes and then went sideways a little bit, and now Singapore and Shanghai have opened. We're continuing to push it up. At least that's what the first candle looks like. But the candle can change. That's why I wait for that first candle to close. You see, if I had jumped in there on that when it first started, then I would already be in a loss. And I have done that before. That's why I now have this rule that I do my best to stick with it, and that's wait patiently till the candle closes. I broke the rule yesterday and had a losing trade, and I learned from that mistake, and I won't do that today. I won't do it again. Every time that happens, it just reinforces the importance of having a rule-based strategy and follow the rules. No good to have rules if you don't follow them. So somebody's joined in here. Whoever you are, let me know where you're watching from. I'm going to go ahead and start the review of yesterday. We'll wait for this first candle to close. It looks very bullish. We'll wait for this first candle to close. Got another 9 minutes on that. So yesterday Asia opened over here, had a gap up, and then it came back down, and then it went sideways for most of the Asian session. Kind of whipsaw, zigzag around. In London opened, and they continued to move down, but then sort of like halfway through the London session, they started to push the price up. And this yellow arrow here, this is the when the 8:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when the news came out on the CPI, that's the inflation data for the U.S. And it showed that the inflation is down from forecast. It was lower than forecast. So that is bad news for the U.S. dollar because they will likely continue to lower interest rates. So it's good news for gold, and gold just rocketed straight up, big move, from about 4,600 up to 46.15, $15 move, 150 pips in 15 minutes. And came down a little bit, then continued up. And we set a new all-time high yesterday in the New York session. That's 46.30 is now our all-time high for gold. And that was at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 15 minutes after the Wall Street opened. This candle here is where Wall Street opened, continued to move up, and then they went to this all-time high of 46.30, and that was all she wrote. That was it. And as you can see, everybody's buying, 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 buying. It was going to the moon, and then the bottom fell out. And it came all the way back down before the close of the U.S. session to 45. What is that? 45.69, 45.68 for the low, and that's the close of the U.S. session. They pushed it back up a little bit, and the closing price was 45.85 on the U.S. session. So quite a wild day yesterday with the U.S. market. Bad news for the U.S. pushing gold up, and then after Wall Street opened, they pushed the price right back down. And so here we are starting up again with the Asian session. Gold is bullish on the day chart, bullish on the 4-hour chart. Gold is bullish. But you will get these retracements, these pullbacks. I got a couple more people watching. Let me know where you're watching from. Do you have an open trade with gold? If you're trading last night in Wall Street, you probably went long after that news. But then hopefully you had a stop loss because it just came right back down, well below where it started. In fact, it came down below the Asian low. The Asian low was right here, and it came down below that. So if you were buying here, hopefully you had a stop loss somewhere in here. Otherwise, you woke up to a disaster. and have another 4 minutes before this candle closes, and it really has taken off. It really has taken off. Oh, 6:05, 6:04. Another 1.5 minutes before this candle closes, and I'm considering a long trade. We have a first level of resistance at 46.24. Right now trading at 46.15. It certainly does look very bullish. Tokyo pushed it up for 30 minutes, went sideways for 30 minutes, and now Singapore and Shanghai have opened, and they're pushing it up again more. Hmm. So I'm going to go long, guys. Just put my stop loss in here. Let's see how that looks. Okay, I just went long, and I put my stop loss at 46.04. I put my stop loss below the uh, green line. That's my safety line there. If it breaks below that, then the trade is not going to work out. Just get my chart marked up here so you guys can understand what I'm doing. And I put my take profit at 46.30, the previous high for yesterday, all-time high. So let's just trades in place, stop loss in place, take profit done. let's just see if it works out. So this is my trend line trading strategy where if it breaks above this red line, the downward line here, then that's an indication, confirmation for me to go long. And I always wait for the candle to close. That's my rule. And then if I put my stop loss below the green upward line, that's my safety line. If it's, if it's going to go down and hit that and go lower, then the trade didn't work out. But so far, looking okay. A little bit of profit already. If you're watching or following along, let me know where you're watching from and leave a comment in the comment section. Do you have a trade open on gold? Did you go long? Did you go short? If you have any questions about my strategy, you saw the trade I just took. That's in a little bit of profit. And moving up towards the first resistance line, which is 46.24. I believe we will break above that and go up to the high there, 46.30. Although it will probably get up here and then maybe go sideways for a little bit. That's what it usually does with resistance or support. It's our second 15-minute candle. We're on the 15-minute chart. This is the chart I trade on. And if you're watching, be sure you have subscribed to the channel and click the little bell so you'll be notified every time I make one of these, which is every day, Monday to Friday. I'm here for the opening of the Asia Pacific market. That's Singapore and Shanghai. And if you want to contact me on Telegram, that's the messaging service that I use. My ID is at RickRayFX. And my website is rickrayfx.com. Hello, Just Kevin. Thank you for joining in. Appreciate that. Nice to see you here. Where are you watching from? Oh, Australia. Good afternoon. You in Sydney or Melbourne or Brisbane or Adelaide? How you going, mate? So I just went long here on this second candle on gold on the 15-minute chart. Got my stop loss down here, as you can see. And it's hesitating a little bit, but we'll see how it plays out. Just got to be patient. Now we just wait. Nothing to do. Everything's in place. The trade is set. Okay, you're in Melbourne. Nice city. I lived in Australia for 5 years, mostly up in North Queensland around Cairns. Spent some time on the Atherton tablelands. Took a scuba diving course in Cairns. And because I liked it so much, I became a scuba diving instructor, a PADI instructor. That was a long time ago, 1987, I believe it was. I'm getting a little bit of a retracement now here. Let's see if it's going to continue up. Maybe going to bounce off the trend line. Maybe. I've got my stop loss below at 46.04. And we'll just see what my risk to reward ratio is. I took this trade right here, and my stop loss is right there, and my take profit is 46.30. So they're a little bit better than a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. And I'm risking less than 1% on the trade. I only trade gold. And last year, I've been trading Forex for 10 years. And I used to trade a lot of different assets, currencies, and commodities. But 2025, I only traded gold. One currency, one strategy, one time frame. And I'm continuing this year with that uh, same mindset. I'll do the same thing, only I might add one more asset to my trading so that I'll be trading two. I might trade crude oil. I haven't started yet. I took crude oil last week, but I typically gold is my bread and butter. And because I do that because I really believe that you can focus a lot better by just trading one or two assets. You build a relationship with the asset. You start to understand how it moves, why it moves, when it moves. Of course, you cannot predict the markets. Yes, exactly. And that just paid off for me big time last year. Focused only on gold. And don't look at any other charts. I might just scan through them briefly, real quick, but I don't trade on anything else. Just focus on gold. In fact, while we're waiting for this candle here, which is doing nothing, uh, got another 4 minutes on that candle. Let me just skim through here if I can, see what crude oil. Oh, I had a big spike down there, now going sideways. Got up to a high of $61 yesterday. Wow, that's a big move up, and that is no longer valid. That trend line. See if I can put one across here like that. Where'd my cards go? There they are. And, oh, I didn't need to do that. Got this one down here. I thought so, yeah. Go back. I do a top-down analysis. So this downward red trend line goes all the way back to the monthly chart, and then I come down to the weekly chart, and then the 4 hour, and then the 15 minute, which I trade on. So I need to put another upward green trend line here to where we are now. Okay, now that strategy is set up. Then we'll look at platinum, see what platinum is doing. Oh, keeps going up, doesn't it? Platinum is crazy. All the uh, all the metals are very bullish. Get rid of that one. Okay, where do we go here? Got one there. Go over here and reset that. Okay, that looks good. And silver, I don't trade silver. And copper, I look at that sometimes. Oh, wow. Copper is just going crazy. Oh, let me undo that. Well, that line's not valid anymore. That looks like pretty close to the ultimate time there. And I can come in steeper with a red line, a downward line. Okay, all my charts are up to date now. What Bitcoin? Oh, Bitcoin! Wow, got up to 96 yesterday. How about that? That's been this high for a long time. Okay, so as I said, just scan through the charts sometimes and see what's going on. But I only trade gold. Hey, Satu, how you doing, buddy? In Singapore, I believe. You should be at work right now. I think you should be having a day off. So yeah, I did go long on the previous candle here. This one here. Now it's kind of gone sideways after that first big move. Let's just see if it's going to continue. I've got my stop loss here at 46.04. Take profit at the previous high yesterday, 46.30. It's a 2 to 1 risk to reward ratio. If you got up really early, maybe Setu, you got up early this morning, you could see Singapore really, Tokyo made a big move up for 30 minutes and then went sideways and then continued up with the opening of Singapore and Shanghai. Shanghai is a gold exchange, just like London. So if you got in early, you could have taken this Tokyo trade. I don't get up that early. But actually, I wouldn't have taken that because my trend line would have been right here. This is the opening of the Tokyo market. I could have taken the trade there. That would have been 15 minutes after Tokyo opened. Because I wait for the break above the trend line and then the candle to close. So then, yeah, I would have taken a trade right there. I'd be in really good profit now. But I don't get up over. You can't trade 24 hours a day. So my trend line was there. So this is the trade I took. It broke above with the opening of Singapore and Shanghai. It broke above. I waited for the candle to close and then I took a trade here. This candle, the 8:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 8:15 a.m. Indo-China. That's where I took the trade, and it's not doing anything. Let's see if it gets started again. Yes, just Kevin. I've been watching the Asian session for several years, and I tell people, that you can see some good moves during the Asian session. That's when Singapore and, well, even Tokyo sometimes will move it up, and Singapore and Shanghai, they get moves on gold. The thing is, the difference is it's slow and the volume is low, so you have to be really patient. It's not like the U.S. market that just goes like a rocket. In one day, approximately, just Kevin, I take two trades, maybe three. I'm not crazy. I'm not greedy. I don't sit and stare at the charts all day long. I'll be here for maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours for the Asian session, and then I'll go to the gym and then just chill out and have a look at the London session, see what they're doing, and then I come back for the New York session, and I do live New York session. That's when Wall Street opens at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or 9:30 p.m. Indochina. That's Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, Thailand, and Wall Street opens. I do live on YouTube again, and and I might be there for like you know trading for maybe 2 hours. But I don't sit and stare at the charts all day. I used to many years ago, but that'll make you go bonkers. Hello, Ray. It's Lee from Bahrain. Hey, Lee. How you doing? Oh, July 22. That's maybe 4 years ago, 3.5 years ago. Oh, excellent, Lee. So glad to hear that. Thank you for the comments. Nice to see. That's all you got to do. It took you 3 years, but now you're there. Most people will give up before then. People don't fail in trading; they just give up. They come in, they put some money in, they blow their account, and they say, "Oh, this is," but you have to be patient. You have to develop skills and knowledge. It takes time. You go to you go to university or college for 4 years to get a bachelor's degree, but you tell people you might have to spend 3 or 4 years to learn trading, they won't do it. And once you learn it, it can be life changing. You know, time freedom, financial freedom, nice work. That's what we need to walk away, enjoy, do things, and then come fresh. Yeah, that's right. That's right. You got to take care of your mental health as well. Staring at charts all day will make you crazy. Well, that's a really good point you brought out there, Kevin. You still get nervous. That's normal. It's just an emotion. And gradually, you need to learn to detach your emotions from trading. And that's where you'll find success, real success, when you can detach the emotions from trading. If you have a strategy that works, trust the strategy. It's not going to work 100% of the time. Nothing does. If you have a strategy that works, it will work most. And you just got to take the trade. Be willing to accept the risk. There will be losses, but minimize your loss. Like on this trade, I've taken less than 1% risk on the trade. And if it hits the stop loss, well, it hits the stop loss. I paid a small broker fee, and I look for the next trade setup. But the point that you brought up about the emotions, that's a really good point. That's where most people cannot find success. You know, 25% of your success is strategy. 25% is risk management. 50% is mindset. And most people cannot manage to perfect the 50% aspect, the mindset. It really does play on your emotions because money is a very emotional subject. And as human beings, we are very emotional. Hope, greed, fear, fear of missing out, fear of loss, greed. Everybody's greedy. That's just human nature. But you have to learn to detach those emotions from trading, and it takes time. It takes, it's, I guess you call it, it's personal development. It requires a lot of patience. You just have to be patient and let the trade play out and let your strategy work. Trust your strategy. Yeah, guys, for some of you that are new here, I have actually a free Forex course on my website. It's a 10 video tutorial, and it's like the foundational setup that you need to get started. If any of you are absolute beginners. Hello, Raj. I didn't see your messages there. Yeah, sorry about that. Good to see you here, regular follower. That free Forex trading course is absolutely free, 10 video tutorials. It'll help you set up the foundation to get started. I go through MT4 and all the function and features, and then I do buy and sell, how to buy and sell, pending orders, buy stops, sell limits, buy limits, risk management, news trading, about 10 videos to help you set up the foundation to get started. I don't talk about strategies, not in the free course. But that's on my website. If you're interested in that, just message me at Telegram, and I'll give you the link, and it's password protected. And if you want, I'll even add you to my Telegram group. I have a group of traders that you can chat with. It's not a crazy group. They're not, chatting all the time, messages popping up, but we do chat once in a while. And I post the daily news in there, the high impact news we need to watch for, and I post a video sometimes. In fact, speaking of the news, let me jump over to forexfactory.com, and here we are. This is the news for today, the high impact news, forexfactory.com. These are my times in Indo-China time. This is 1 hour before Wall Street opens. We've got four big items on the U.S. economy: core PPI, core retail sales, PPI month on month, retail sales month on month. very important high impact news that could move uh, gold or the currencies one way or the other. So be sure to check forexfactory.com and be aware of these high impact news items. Oh, it looks like I lost my. Yeah, I temporarily lost my chart there. I don't know what happened. Anyway, I was sharing forexfactory.com, and we got four big news items on the U.S. economy today, 1 hour before Wall Street opens. So be sure and check that so you'll be aware of that. And you need to be aware of that because look what happened over here yesterday. The CPI data, the inflation data came out 1 hour before Wall Street yesterday, and gold just rocketed up, set a new all-time high, 4630. So that's how the news, the high impact news can affect momentarily, you know. And then after the news, it went right back to what it was doing before the news. And then with the London close, I mean yeah, the London close, and then the U.S. session close, it dropped way back down to 45.68. So this is the impact of the news can have like that. And you might see the same thing today. You never know. That's why I don't trade the news. I'll trade before the news or after the news, but not. I don't trade the news. You never know which way it's going to go. Oh, Kevin, wow, that's a great question. Prop firms are great, great. Yeah, I use a couple of prop firms. The one I really like is, I'll type it here in the box here. I use the Trading Pit because it's backed by a broker, Tickmill. I use Tickmill as a broker, and the Trading Pit is a prop firm backed by the broker, and they are great. I've researched a lot of prop firms, and this is the one that I prefer. Trading Pit. They have some excellent terms and conditions. They have a Discord group that you can join for free. It's got 20,000 members, and their terms and conditions are real good. Just go to that link that I gave you there if you want to have a look at it. And why are prop firms good? Well, because we all know as traders, if you want to if you want to increase your profit, what do you need to do? You need to increase your lot size. Well, if you want to increase your lot size, you need to put more money in your account, right? We all know that once you have a little bit of experience. And so, most people don't have big money, 100K they can put into an account and take bigger lot sizes. Well, prop firm provides that for a fee. Yeah, you pay a fee. With Trading Pit, I think a 100K account is $500. So you think about it, if you blow the account, you blow the 100K account, you lost $500. You didn't lose $100,000. And most traders will blow their. So it's, based on evaluation, usually the Trading Pit has a one-phase evaluation and a two-phase. Most prop firms are two-phase, but they do have a one-phase and two-phase. If you go for a prop firm, be sure you read the terms and conditions very carefully because it's not easy passing the evaluation. The terms and conditions are quite strict. You have a maximum loss for the day and a maximum drawdown for the account, and some will let you trade the news, some won't let you trade the news, some require that you put a stop loss, some don't require that. You know, I've researched a lot of them, and I think the trading pit has the best terms and conditions. So have a look at that. It'll give you a good idea of, if you read through all that, the frequently asked questions, you'll get a good idea of what prop firms are and what you can expect, whether you want to give that a shot. You can start with a 5K account, and that's like, 70 or $80. It's cheap, just to test it out. And then if you like it, you could go for a bigger account. With the trading pit, you can have up to a 200K account, and the trading pit will let you have as many evaluation accounts as you want. You could be trading in two or three, four, five, six different accounts, and you can have 8 earning funded accounts. Some prop firms like Owanda, they limit you to having one earning funded account. So they're all different. They all have different terms and conditions. Do your research very carefully if you want to go that way. But I think prop firms are great. Give you a great opportunity to trade with bigger capital and increase your profit. Yeah, I'm trading on 5 prop firm accounts, and I use a third-party software to copy the trades. So I only click buy or sell in one account, and then it copies the trades to all the other accounts. But that's a third-party service. That's a third-party software that you have to set up yourself. If you get more interested in that, I'm really pretty up to scratch on that, on prop firms, so just telegram me, and I'll be glad to answer any questions you have. Well, kinda disappointed in the movement here. Oh, boy. Took my trade, and then it just stopped. Didn't do anything, and right there at the entry price. But that's what happens sometimes. Oh, well. Now it looks like it wants to come back down. When did we reach the high of 46.18? Okay, guys, I'm gonna close out for the day, at least for this session, and not much going on. If you got any other questions, leave them in the comments. I will get back to you. And if you're wherever you are in the world, if it suits your time zone, I will be here for the opening of Wall Street. That's at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And before you close out, don't forget to like and share. I do appreciate that. It does help the channel. So wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a great day or great afternoon or great evening. I'll see you again on the next one.